Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I will speak about the caste census and caste survey, which is being hotly discussed in India at present. To introduce myself, my name is Om Prakash Gupta. I was born and brought up in the holy city of Varanasi in the East UP. In 1967, I graduated from Banaras Hindu University. I joined the Indian Revenue Service in 1970 and later moved to the Indian Foreign Service in 1971. I served as Indian ambassador to Finland, Estonia, Dominican Republic, the Republic of Haiti, and Tunisia, and as High Commissioner of India to Tanzania and Jamaica in the Caribbean. I served as Consul General of India at Dubai, UAE, and at Birmingham, UK, and as Deputy High Commissioner to Nigeria. There used to be good discussions with colleague ambassadors and local academics about birth based caste and upper caste lower caste syndrome. I always maintained that these are not sanctioned in Vedas and in Gita, and of my arguments with Sanskrit text may be seen at my website hindusamrastha.org. I must say that word jati or caste does not appear in Rig Veda. The word caste has not been defined in the Constitution of India, though it occurs many times, about 82 times in the Constitution. At present, caste of a person is based primarily on self-declaration of that person, which is arbitrary as well as subjective. One may shift his place of birth to from his place of birth to another city or state and claim to belong to another caste in the new place of residence. One may change his name, his surname, or caste denoting title by giving a public notice in newspapers. Some persons do not use caste denoting surnames at all. We know cases of false caste certificates. What happens to caste in cases of religious conversions, interreligious marriages, and intercaste marriages? Also, there is no express mandate in the Constitution of India that children of a Hindu father shall inherit caste of his father. Children inheriting caste of their father is just a social presumption having no constitutional mandate. As till date there is no statutory definition of caste of a citizen of India, census or survey enumerator just accepts self-declaration of that citizen as caste of that citizen. The state has no statutory yardstick to determine which caste one belongs to. Therefore, in my view, no public funds can be used for conducting caste survey or caste census where an input parameter has no statutory definition. Where caste is based on self-declaration of individual concerned is arbitrary and vague. The word backward caste or backward caste does not occur even once in the Constitution of India, but the word backward classes does appear many times, about 24 times in the Constitution, such as in Article 15.4, 16.4, etc. It means the Constitution of India does not recognize any linkage between a caste and its backwardness. So it is unconstitutional to use the word backward caste in official documents. The word Dalit neither appears in the Constitution of India, so the word Dalit too has not been defined in the Constitution of India. As per Wikipedia, the caste system as it exists today is thought to be the result of developments during the collapse of the Mughal era and rise of the British colonial government in India. The term caste is derived from Portuguese word casta, meaning race, lineage, breed, etc. Portuguese colonialists of India used caste to describe tribes, clans, and families of their subjects in India. This word casta entered as caste into British colonial vocabulary in India, and word caste thus creeped into laws framed by the British colonial government to divide the Hindu society. It was injected into Hindu society through executive orders and case laws of the British Indian courts. The British Raj furthered this by making rigid caste organization a central mechanism of administration. Between 1860 and 1920, the British incorporated it into their governance, granting administrative jobs and senior appointments only to Christian converts and to certain Hindu castes. British also invented concept of criminal tribes, where one was a criminal by birth. Please see the caste system in India at wikipedia.org. Sri Jawaharlal Nehru, our former Prime Minister, has written, page 24, Glimpses of World History, fifth impression, that caste system with its innumerable divisions as we know it did not exist then in Vedic era. In those days, there were four divisions of society or four castes. These were Brahmins or learned men, the Kshatriya are the rulers, Vaishyas are merchants, and Sudras, that is laborers and workers. These divisions were thus based on occupation. Nehru further writes, page 431, it was in this way that Hinduism had become more rigid and caste had developed after Muslims' invasions. Thus, as per Nehru, also birth-based caste did not originate from Vedas, and the four varnas were occupation-based, not birth-based. Therefore, birth-based caste system is not a part of Hindu religion and was imposed on Hindus by imperialists. While reciting the famous Sankalp Mantra, Jambu Dvipe Bharat Khande, priest asked for Gotra of Dankarta and not his caste, as caste was not a part of Hindu identity. In view of the above, no public funds can be spent on conducting caste survey or caste census until the word caste and norms of its succession have been defined by an act of parliament or by an act of the concerned state legislature. Public funds spent without having first a statutory definition of caste may be recovered from those who sanctioned such irregular expenditures. For details, please visit my website hindusamrasta.org. Thank you very much.